Well, how we doing out there, you beautiful people of the K.O.E Nation? God bless every last one of you beautiful people. Welcome, one and all. Let me make sure you're getting the same summer sounds that I'm giving you. And all is well in the audio department. Everything is rocking and rolling. I hope you all had a marvelous, beautiful, safe, ascendant 4th of July. We got a lot to get into tonight, folks. We've got the Young Turks lefty civil war. Young Turks versus Jimmy Dore, and now Kyle Kulinski has been brought into it. So, folks, it is a lefty civil war here on this observed Independence Day. So some places do observe it. But folks, since it was the 4th of July, I've got something I want to share with all you beautiful people. This was my happy 4th of July video with our national anthem. Hands over them hearts, folks. Happy 4th of July, everybody. From here at the K.O.E Nation to all of you beautiful people out there, have a beautiful, marvelous, ascendant, and safe 4th of July for this marvelous, marvelous Independence Day celebration. Now, there's really nothing more appropriate than what's about to happen here to celebrate this 4th here at the K.O.E Nation. All of you beautiful people out there, just put your right hand over your heart and join me. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Yes, folks. Yes. May you all have a happy 4th of July, a celebratory 4th of July. May you be around you and yours that matter to you and yourself the most. And may you all come back here again, happy, healthy, much the wiser. Happy 4th of July. God bless every last one of you folks. I hope you have an amazing time. I know I'm gonna. God bless. I'll catch you around. That was necessary. Admit it. That was definitely necessary. Yes. And, since we're on that subject, and while I'm waiting for all you beautiful people to come on in, don't worry, the water's fine. It's like Austin Powers. I don't bite hard. Oh, God, that's cringy even as I say it. Like, I mean, let's be frank. That just is. You know it. I know it. It's just a touch on the cringer side, but it's still funny. But yes, actually, I've decided after this video, I am going to get deep dive omnibus into this lefty civil fucking war. And I'm sorry, that's the only way to describe it. That's what Kyle Kulinski called it himself on his own show. He called it a leftist civil war. And boy howdy. But we'll get into that and how we got, as Arn Anderson would say, we'll get into the cause of all this just as soon as this. Now, I'll let the brilliant man in this video just explain it for you, folks. This is the oldest distillery in the United States and probably North America. And so definitely give this apple brandy a shot. And it is a piece of American history, and it's the 4th and 5th. Why not? Welcome, one and all, to the K.O.E. Nation for a premium brandy review. We are here. We are together at the K.O.E. Nation, folks. Be sure to like, share, subscribe right here on YouTube, and be sure to follow K.O.E. Nation on Twitch. But without further ado, folks, let's get right into this marvelous brandy. As you can see, folks, I have been enjoying it. Your prince and potentate of the political parlance, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man that makes the other podcast cower. This is an amazing product. Laird's Old Apple Brandy, 7.5 years old. This stuff is going to be a little different from any brandy you've ever had. I guarantee it. This is one of the oldest distilleries in North America, let alone the United States. And it makes a very special apple brandy. Now, this is a very interesting product. I had to take a couple of notes on it. It was started in 1780. It utilizes no yeasts. It just uses what the apples produce naturally. And that's how the fermentation process starts, which is fascinating to me. They use new charred oak barrels just like bourbon. So you're going to have a very bourbony influence here. I don't know how else to put it. It is going to seem like an apple brandy and a bourbon had a love child. I don't know how else to put it. It takes 16 pounds of apples to make one bottle and 7,000 pounds to make a single full new charred oak cask to fill one. So it takes an astounding amount of apples to do it, and I can just about imagine the production. So once the apples that look all pretty and you want to just bite right into and makes its way to your grocery store, once those are all picked, this is a perfect way to use the apples that are still left, because there's going to be a lot of them. And I'm also thinking, like, back in the 1780s or before, if you were an apple farmer and you hadn't sold all of your apple harvest, this is it. You either make this or you don't make any money off of everything you grew. So I can imagine apple brandy becoming very popular through early Americas. And so before we get into the review here, they've got this little booklet here, and I'm going to share it with you. Yes, the glasses of the stream. So, at Laird's & Company, we've been producing fine-aged apple brandy longer than anyone else in America. In fact, over 300 years of patience, skill, and experience go into every bottle of Laird's Old Apple Brandy, 7.5-year, 80 proof. One taste and you'll recognize its unique, full flavor heritage. The earliest commercial brandy distillery in 1698. William Laird emigrated to New Jersey from his native County Fife in Scotland. Soon he began distilling his own apple brandy, sharing this delightful spirit with friends and family. As word spread, demand grew, and by 1780, what began as a small farm enterprise had become America's first commercial brandy distillery, producing the same smooth apple brandy you're about to enjoy. Today, the 8th and 9th generation of the Laird family still carry on the tradition, creating this fine product, as well as Laird's famous Applejack in the country's oldest continuously operating brandy distillery, located here in Scoobyville, New Jersey. Laird's also operates a facility in North Garden, Virginia. A wee bit of New Jersey history. In commemoration of New Jersey's 300th anniversary, the state Senate passed a unanimous resolution saluting the apple brandy industry as the oldest native distilled spirit beverage industry in the United States. Hell yeah. We couldn't be more pleased This old apple brandy, limited in quantity and matured to the peak of flavorful perfection, is a fitting tribute to New Jersey's heritage and, as the purchaser of this fine spirit, a compliment to your enduring good taste. Oh, well, thank you. You even got in a little thumbs up to the customer there. Well done. Well done. Savor it slowly. Of course, the true test of any brandy is in the tasting. Distilled from pure sweet cider, Laird's Old Apple Brandy is uniquely different, with a delicate flavor and aroma of fresh tree-ripened apples. As President Larry Laird says, sipping from a brandy snifter is my favorite way to fully enjoy the delightful, smooth flavor and boutique of our apple brandy. You'll also find Laird's Old Apple Brandy adds a delicious depth to the flavor to many of your favorite recipes. It marries beautifully with poultry or add a dash to many desserts. Just use as you would ordinary brandy for extraordinary results. Oh my, they're even accounting for kitchen uses. Like, oh, goodness gracious. Oh Lord, now relax and enjoy. We thank you for choosing Laird's Old Apple Brandy and hope you are pleased with this fine product. Because this special select apple brandy is available in limited amounts, true connoisseurs will want to protect themselves against future deprivation. So why not purchase several bottles or even a case today? Well done. Well done. I mean, that is A+ marketing. That is like, I'm a little bit in awe. Well done. Well done. Then the last thing that they've got in the back of the bottle here. This rare old apple brandy is part of a very limited quantity that was especially distilled and carefully aged under my personal supervision to reach its peak of perfection. I'm sure you'll enjoy the delicate, smooth flavor and bouquet of this most unusual apple brandy. Laird and Company. My word. So, folks, I've given you the build-up. But now it's time to see, is the proof in the pudding? Oh, that smells good. You've got the apple that's there, but it's also got the caramel and vanilla of a bourbon. I almost said brandy there. Yes, this is just like a perfect harmony of the two. They're not using the apple to cover up imperfections in the oak, and they're not using the oak to cover up imperfections in the apple brandy. They're putting them together right to make an amazing product here. Oh, the caramel's finally, or caramel for those across the pond, it's really coming through. But folks, time to taste. Yeah, that bites like a bourbon. It's got that sweetness. You get a little oak, but not as much as you'd think. And the oak you do get is just wrapped in apple. Going in for a second taste. Oh, the smell is just gorgeous.
Yes, Phil K.O.E. Apple Brandy
my.
2024.
My, oh my.
I don't know if that'll be my running
brandy,
mate. Maybe.
Or if you like bourbon.
Maybe.
This is one to pick up. So now we get to the really hard part. Yeah, this just tastes like apple bourbon. I don't know how else to describe it. But now we got to get to the grading. So this is how we're going to grade it, folks. On a 5-star scale, 5 being you need to have it before you shuffle off this mortal coil. Half star, you can take it or leave it. So we're going to grade this as a brandy We're going to grade this as a cask-aged spirit and as an apple brandy. I mean, why not? So, folks, as a brandy, I'm going to give this... Gosh, I'm trying to figure out a reason not to give it 4 stars as a brandy. Just a brandy. Because it's not properly a brandy. It's not properly a bourbon. I mean, it is properly a brandy, but it's got so much bourbon influence. I'm going to go with, as a brandy, 3.75. Okay? Excellent stuff, but as a brandy, I mean, think of all the cognacs, armagnacs, all this other, it's a wide world of sports. So 3.75 as a brandy. Now, as a cask-aged spirit, I am giving this 4.25. This is amazing. Again, it's kind of one of those, it doesn't quite fit either category, so it's not cleanly in the apple brandy, it's not cleanly in the bourbon category, but it's got its toes in either, so it's not like a strict connoisseur's drink. Like if you're a strict connoisseur of only brandy or a strict connoisseur of only bourbon, this one is kind of in both worlds. But as a cask-aged spirit, 4.25, because it's an amazing drink. My goodness, this is ascendant. If you were going to make a 5 brandies you needed, this one would be in the daily drinker category. And as an apple brandy, 5 stars. You saw it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam! 5 stars as an apple brandy. This is amazing. Ascendant. I don't know how anybody else in the apple brandy game is going to try and top this. I'm willing to see. I'm willing to taste. But as it stands right now, this is amazing Ascendant stuff. I got it for $35. Folks, if you see this stuff, give it a taste. Give it a try. You don't have to go bottle hunting for it, at least yet. Don't tell nobody. Don't. In fact, yeah. If anybody asks you about it, no. It's all right. It's all right. And then you go buy a couple of bottles yourself. Yeah. This is one I could see becoming a highly sought after hunted bottle in a few years if it catches on, because it's just mwah. But folks, yes, Laird's Apple Brandy, one of the oldest American distilled products, and it's still here. God bless. So folks, as I'm known to say around here, all that being said, thank you for joining me for this very special review of Laird's Apple Brandy. I am your King of Extreme, Phil K.O.E., and I will find you at all of the different varying places that you can get all of your K.O.E. content. You can find me at Big Buckin' Empire. You can find me at Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast. You can find me at K.O.E. Nation on YouTube and Twitch. That's the best place to find me for all your K.O.E. content. Be sure to like, share, subscribe right here to K.O.E. Nation on YouTube. Be sure to head right over to K.O.E. Nation on Twitch, and we will get together, and it's going to be a great party, folks. But until then, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. I hope that you make it back here happy, healthy, much the wiser. God bless, and I'll catch you on the flip side. I like that song. That one, I'll be honest, one of my favorite whiskey reviewers, Bourbon Junkies, they use that one quite a bit. And so I kind of I looked up like, oh, it's a copyright free song. The song is called Dreams, and the artist, I cannot pronounce her name. I'm sorry. It starts like a Jakairam. It starts with the first name starts with a J, the last name starts with a K. That's all I can remember right now. I don't have it in front of me. And I remember when I looked at it, I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to say that one properly. So I'm going to have to look that one up. But yeah, folks, welcome. Now that my shameless, absolutely shameless self-promotion has subsided for a moment, KOE Nation, I will, oh, hey there. Hey, how you doing? Apparently you're eating your oats. How we doing? Welcome to the show. Yes. You just missed a slight window of just shameless self-promotion, which is, to be expected here at the K.O.E Nation. But yes, God bless all you beautiful people. I hope you had a great weekend, and we're getting into it. And yes, tonight we're getting into the leftist Civil War. Yes, the sides. It's a trifecta. It's like the romance of the three kingdoms in the Chinese War, where there was three sides. You've got the Young Turks, Cenk Uygur, Anna Kasparian in particular, especially Anna Kasparian. Yeah, say that one 3 times fast. Especially Anna Kasparian. Like that's especially Anna Kasparian. That is not that is a tongue twister that'll train your mouth. My God. Then you've got Jimmy Dore, and then you've got the reluctant Kyle Kulinski just pulled into this shit. He's like, that's the one thing that I found the funniest about this whole Young Turk, Jimmy Dore, Kyle Kulinski drama is had to switch to YouTube. Twitch is freezing off and on for some reason. Well, thank you for that heads up on my handy dandy little phone here. Oh, look, you got 2 fill for the price of 1. I'll this is how I make sure that everything's going swingingly. I'll check that out while I'm getting deeper into it. But what was so funny about this is Kyle Kulinski. And thank you, Justin. Thank you for being here. Thank you. You know, as it is right now, Justin, for informing your King of Extreme about such things. I'm going to check on Twitch. Yes, this just, Justin, I'm pulling out my knife to knight you for the whole week. You are now officially a Thane of the K.O.E Nation. Yes. Things seem to be good on my end, but you know what? The fact that you brought this to my attention, good sir, you are now knighted, a full Thane within the K.O.E Nation for the rest of the week, the entire week. Here are the keys. Bring it back with a full tank of gas. But yes, honored Thane. Honored Thane, Justin Motes. Thank you. Yes. God bless. So yeah, and people always say, "God damn, that's your pocket knife. It must have a really big pocket." Actually, no, it's a cold steel Spartan. What I love about this knife is, check that shit out. When I saw the engineer who built it do that with the knife, I was like, "Oh, I'm buying that shit." Are you kidding me? I've been carrying this with me every day for like a little over a year now, and the thing's built like a fucking tank, like some frustrated tank engineer was the one who put it together. But yes, so getting back to the Young Turk, Kyle Kulinski, and again, like I was saying, Kyle Kulinski so reluctantly pulled into it. I've been watching a couple of his videos today just to prepare for this video, and he's just like, "And I don't want to fucking do this. I don't want to talk about this. These people are my friends, and now they all hate me now because I either did or didn't talk about it." And that's let's be frank, we've all been, and like, of all the people, the one that I hate to say, like, you do have to shoot some sympathy Kyle Kulinski's way, because, like, again, whether you like his politics or not, I don't really agree with his politics, but at a very human level, you can understand, like, we've all been there in the relationship when, like, people are in the middle of breakups, and now all the friends are having to choose sides, and Kyle's like, "Mom, Dad, quit fighting, no." And that's, oh God, poor kid. Yeah. And yeah, so he's stuck in the middle of this, and these are all his friends just knocked down, dragging out, and because he's not explicitly taking sides, now everybody's pissed. Now as Arn Anderson, the great Arn Anderson of Four Horsemen fame would say, the cause of all of this was apparently a guy by the name of Aaron Mate. Apparently, so the Young Turks and Aaron Mate were having a back and forth spat about Syria. Okay, and the exact details of it are a little fuzzy to me. If you know, drop it in the comments, fucking A. But long story short, it was basically the Young Turks were being accused of being pro-war or war apologists by Jimmy Dore and Aaron Mate. And, well, Young Turks didn't take too kindly to that. And then, like, long story short, like from my 1,000-mile view, it looks like Jimmy Dore and Aaron Mate had a pretty good argument that the Young Turks were taking a fairly pro-war stance on Syria. Young Turks didn't take too kindly to that, and then suddenly Anna Kasparian is bringing up a joke from 7 years ago that Jimmy dropped about when, now I wasn't there, I haven't seen the ensemble in question, but Jimmy made a comment about a nice new skirt when apparently, according to him, Anna was bending over, and he made a nice new skirt. Now to me, okay, between you and me, just last night when the 4th of July celebration got over and everything was done, it was about midnight. I looked at my family like, hey, all y'all, I got to take off. We go chase some skirt. So to me, skirt can be sexualized language. In fact, like with me, it is. Like I say, hey guys, I'm off to go chase some skirt tonight. Have a good one. And also, by the way, I don't know what any of y'all are drinking this evening. I only drink when I stream, and I only stream when I drink. It's kind of funny. Like if I'm not on a stream with you guys or something, or if I'm not like podcasting with Tony, I'll go like 3, 4, 5 days without even touching alcohol. But if I'm streaming, I want to get some, and I've already reviewed this one before. It's the Balvenie 14-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey, Caribbean cask matured. So definitely worth the time. But yes, it was interesting. And so we get into this, like, what does this mean? What was the meaning of this? And so long story short, Anna Kasparian is bending over to pick something up. Ooh, Mayor of Ohio. Did you see her video responding? I have not. I will definitely look for that. And the next time I throw it, like the next video that I play for all of you will be a Glenfiddich 21 review. And while that's playing, I'll check out Anna's response and then get into that, because like I would play it here, but like it's one of those, you never know when somebody's going to drop that copyright hammer on your ass. And B, why would you want to look at anything other than the beautiful face of Phil K.O.E. when you're here? Like, oh, thank you, good sir, thank you, Marava, send it on Discord. Thank you, good sir. But yes, I mean, when you're here at the K.O.E. Nation, why would you want to see anything other than this beautiful face? But so now, to me, like I said, when he said nice new skirt, that would at least, like, you can see my expression. That would at least raise an eyebrow with me, be like, okay. That's odd, because like I said, like to me, skirt can be a sexualized language. To me, it's like I just said, like when I'm going out on the town to see what's up, I say I'm chasing skirt. And so then she says she's going to bring this up from 7 years ago, and to me, I always get a little hesitant when we start bringing up stuff that people said years ago, because we all have the opportunity to grow and change as people. But at the same, I can understand why she's uncomfortable. Now, bringing it up 7.5 years later, according to Jimmy, right when he has some sort of pro-war argument, like, okay, this is interpersonal relationships. This is what I call stacking resentments. And this is how you can start to see when a relationship is getting into serious problems and it's all going to come tumbling down like a stack of cards. And it looks like they're starting to get stacking resentments here between Jimmy and Anna. And I'll be frank, I don't see that one being resolved anytime soon. I think there's going to be some very serious fallout from all of this. Actually, yes, perfect. That's what will be played when I do this Anna Kasparian deep dive. But the problem is Jimmy's now saying you're trying to blackmail me, and which, okay, I mean, I understand, because when you're trying, like, let's be frank, the internet outrage mob has kind of been weaponized. And so I can understand wanting to not allow that to befall you. To me, this does seem like a tit for tat, like revenge play. So and then what was really interesting was when fucking poor Kyle Kulinski got pulled in it. Now, where he was a shithead, I like Kyle. I watch a lot of his videos. He was a shithead for not fucking letting Jimmy Dore know beforehand, we're not going to have you on the show. Waiting until after the show was over to let him know. That was a fucked up move. That was fucking bullshit. Like, I'm sorry. Like, Jimmy's your friend. You should have done. Now, granted, yes, Jimmy was going to be pissed off. But still, like, you at least shoot the guy a text. Sorry, man, we changed our mind. Shit, gotta go live in a few minutes. Sorry, I'm gonna be putting my phone down. I do that all the time. Like, if I'm at the lake or I'm at my dad's pond and I just got something to say, like, hey, I just pulled my phone out of my boot. This is what I think about this. I'm putting my phone back in my boot. Won't hear it for 30 minutes. And then the folks know, it doesn't matter. So then Kyle, that unfortunately did kind of pull him into it. When he didn't let Jimmy know before the show he was supposed to go on that day, like they waited till after his show was over that day that he was supposed to come on to tell him, dude, that's a shitty move. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if somebody that was my friend did that to me, like, that would, like, in my mind, it would call into question the whole friendship, which is so fucking unfortunate. Let's see. All righty. Confirming. Perfect, actually. Perfect. So, yes, now I'm going to get a little deeper into this, folks, in a little bit. Mayor of Ohio, who also for sending me one of the greatest things in all God's creation, the sacred fact, for sending me the reply, for sending me the response, for sending me some more information and data to intake for you beautiful people. Yes, you, Mayor of Ohio, also are being knighted Thane for a week of the K.O.E. Nation, for an entire week. Now, Justin Motes already has the car, I'm afraid, so I am going to be giving you the four-wheeler. So awesome. It's a two-seater. Bring it back with a full tank of gas. The four-wheeler of Extreme. So yes, have a good time. Tear up the mud roads. It'll be a good time. So actually, strangely enough, your video you sent me is almost the same length. Mine's just a little longer of this video that I'm about to play for all of you. So once this subsides, folks, I will give you my thoughts on Anna Kasparian's reply and her side. I want to hear her side of the story because I did not know this got okay. So this is like 2 weeks old. So okay, but I still want to hear her out. So folks, this is going to be a continuing deep dive omnibus. But yeah, to me, Kyle, I get not wanting to get into it because it's such a personal relationship thing, but dude, you fucking made an appointment with him to be on a show and then you fucking ghost him. That is a shitty thing. So I'm going to play this, which is a video I'm very proud of. It's the 32 ride tournament, which is on its way. And while that's going on, I'm going to watch Anna's response to this whole kerfuffle. And there we go. And we will, once this video subsides, I'll have a more of a clear view anywho. But yes, this is the 32 ride tournament, which is started, which is going to be taking, it's going to be one of the most epic, episodic things you have ever seen on YouTube. Each one-on-one match is going to have their own video. We're going to go through all 32 until we trim it down to the Sweet 16. And then we're going to do one-on-one matches of the Sweet 16, trim it down to the Elite 8. And once we do those one-on-one matches, the final 4 will face off, and then the championship match. And that will determine the rye whiskey of extreme, the one you need above all else. So, folks, enjoy this while I do a little bit more into this. Enjoy, folks. Welcome, one and all, to the K.O.E. Nation. It has finally arrived, folks. The 32 Rye Tournament is here. We have amassed the Ryes. They have come together. We have come together to show you what are going to be the 32 Ryes competing and what will the brackets be. So, folks, you know me, Phil K.O.E., a master of sartorial resplendency, joined with my indomitable broadcast partners, the one, the only,
Tony G. Like, share, subscribe. Folks, you don't want to miss this. Make sure you click the bell, hit the subscribe button, because each and every one of these are going to be vital information for you moving forward.
And
Your Lord of Inebriation.
yes, the one and only Chicken. You can find him Big Bucket Empire, YouTube, and Facebook. Yes, and also K.O.E. Nation, YouTube, Twitch. You know it's the right thing to do. But folks, without further ado, let's get into the brackets.
Oh, let's get it.
Now, Chicken, you've got the master sheet.
Yes. So we're going to start with Iowa.
Yes,
Homeboy.
yes. He's an Iowa native, and we're bringing an entire, well, a denizen. Yes,
There you go.
a denizen of Iowa, and he has been so kind as to provide 4 Iowa Ryes that's going to make its own Iowa bracket to see who will rise as the king of Iowa.
We've got 8 pods of 4, 4 regions of 4 or 8.
Yes, yes.
And this is a 32-team tournament, folks. This is bigger than we've ever done in the K.O.E. Nation.
Last time we did that 15 Rye flight.
Yeah,
10?
10 Rye flights.
It
just
was
10.
15.
It felt like
It
15.
did. The next day it did. But it was,
Midway through, it felt like 15.
yes, but it was 10 Rye flight, but now we decided this is the truest way to determine the
It's
Rye of extreme.
It's the only
And
fair
folks,
way.
when this is done, you are going to know what is the Rye that is going to be above all. So without further ado, let's get right in to the Iowa bracket, Tony. So the first one that I'm really, really looking forward to getting into from, yes, the newly released Templeton Rye single barrel, aged 10 years. Yes, folks, I am so looking forward to this one. I think this is going to be a dark horse to beat in the tournament, but
So
we will
folks,
see.
You might be a little surprised with Iowa. It's going to be a little Templeton heavy. Because
Yes,
one thing we're going to find out in this is what is the best Templeton.
yes,
But
yes.
we're also going to pair it up with a very good rival with that. So next one up, Phil, I
Yes.
believe.
Will be the Templeton single barrel. Thank you, Tony. Yes, that was perfect. This is this the yes the single
Templeton
barrel
Rye.
select. Yes, so their single barrel select will be going up against their 10-year. We'll see how that one goes. Yeah. Thank you, Tony. And now the next bracket is Templeton 6-year. Yes, here we go, folks. Templeton 6-year Rye. Some apparently Chicken's really been enjoying it this evening, and it will be going up against a non-Templeton, but an Iowa native nonetheless.
Cedar Ridge Rye.
Yep, there you go. Cedar Ridge Rye, another Iowa native. So this is one bracket, one 4-shot bracket in the tournament. It's going to be these 2 Templetons versus 1 Templeton, 1 Cedar, and whoever moves on in a one-on-one matchup will advance, and that will be an entire bracket right there, the Iowa bracket. But now we move on to another bracket, and this one is, you could call it an outsider's bracket, if you will. We're gonna call it. It's got Nebraska, and it's got a little bit of Utah. Got a little bit of Canada. It's a little bit of everywhere. There we go. Here we go. Representing Nebraska, Brickway Rye. There you go, folks. Yes, Brickway Rye of Nebraska from La Vista, Nebraska. Actually, a shockingly good rye. I was very surprised by this one. And then we move on to the next one, Soldier Valley, number 6, Private Stock Rye. The only 2 rye whiskeys that are made here in Nebraska. So these two, obviously, clearly, have to go up against each other. And then we've got another excellent. High West is going to be in its own bracket. And then High West is going to be going up against is it from Canada? Is it from Vermont? We don't really know. Whistle Pig 10 year. Yes, so Whistle Pig 10 is going to be going up against. Get on in here, T. So, Tony, this is going to be an interesting bracket. It's the Outsiders bracket. We've got Nebraska Proud. We've got Brickway. We've got Soldier Valley. And we'll see what's going to stand as the Nebraska Rye of Extreme in this match.
I've had the Breakaway. I'm a fan. I'm not sure about the Soldier Value yet, but I love the High West. And the Whistle Pig 10 has been very up and down in terms of reviews on our entire tenure, really.
Yeah.
It's had highs, it's had lows.
I hate to agree, but I'm going to agree. So this one's going to be interesting. So we'll see which Nebraska moves on, and then we're throwing them into deep waters against some really experienced ryes.
Indeed.
But yes, and then from there, the next bracket after that would be the Canadian bracket, purely Canadian.
Here we go.
So we start off with one that really impressed during the 10 ride flight, Pendleton 12. I'd say this was third place.
The 1910 Pendleton Rye. This is a personal favorite of mine.
Yes. And then another one that doesn't quite know where it belongs. Whistle Pig 6 year. This is actually the last stuff that Dave Pickerel of Maker's Mark fame, and also the guy who did Blackened Whiskey. This is the last stuff he ever made to cast before he passed away. So that's why this one's got a very
in the blind flight. This one's
got to go.
This one scored higher than the 10 year in the blind flight.
His intention was to make the perfect cocktail whiskey, and well,
there you have it.
So then we move on to, and it's a Canadian matchup that has to happen. Okay, we have Canadian Club 100% rye. Bottle cost me $15.
And you
versus
still got a little bit.
All right, now Tony, be careful. Don't dislocate a shoulder lifting this bottle. Chicken. Whoa. You don't want to. Don't throw your back out lifting that bottle. Oh! Careful. Oh, okay. Yes, it'll be going up against Crown Royal Rye against Canadian Club Rye, because you know that's the right thing. You know that has to be the matchup.
I'll be honest, folks. Phil K.O.E. actually got me a bottle of this one time, and I got about halfway through it. And then I forced myself to get the other half through, and now we got sampler bottles. It's not one of the favorites, but the only fair way to judge a rye whiskey is to put it up against another and really see how it does. So we're going to do this, and we're going to give it a fair shot, and we're not going to pick favorites.
All right, well, let's move these on over your direction, T. Put them kind of in front of you like chicken has, so we can get 2 rows. So now we've got the Canadian bracket here, folks. And now, well, Chicken, anything you'd like to say?
No, I'm excited for Canadian bracket. I love Canadian whiskey. It's
Crown Royal is kind of your thing?
It's kind of my thing, yeah.
So, Chicken.
I'm super excited for the next one, though.
Yes, the budget bracket. The classic.
Let's start with a good one.
The champion of our 10 rye flights, Bullet Rye. 95% rye in the mash bill.
When you think rye, I think bullet.
Yeah, it's I'm quite shocked at the quality of this product versus just like its reputation.
Price and availability. That is
They have it in spades. It will be going up against Rittenhouse Rye. One I haven't tried, but one I've heard nothing but good about. 100 proof rye. This is a Heaven Hill release, so we'll see.
Let's be frank, that doesn't do it any favors.
Nope. We're not big fans, but we're gonna give it its just dues, and it will be getting judged in a blind head-to-head matchup. So can't give it any more fair shot than that.
There you go.
We move on to this is a big one. This one's a big one. This is going to be one of the bigger matchups in the opening round, and it's one that everyone's going to want to see. It's one I'm curious about.
I'm very excited about this, and we're just going to do this double time, and we're just going to
Oh! Jim versus Jack. Yes. It's going to be Jim Beam Rye versus Jack Daniels Rye, folks.
It had to be.
Yes, so there you go. This is the budget bracket, because you have to have a budget-minded bracket in any tournament. And so if people ask me what's going to be, Chicken's projecting the winner, but you have not even tried these two.
I'm excited about these two. I know what I'm getting here, and I know I'm getting here.
So yeah, this is going to be interesting in the budget bracket. But so, folks, that comprises one half of the 32 rye tournaments, and the more to come, folks. And folks, now we move on to the other side of the tournament, and this is also going to be a very competitive 16 bracket inside the 32 tournament. So we start off with the wild turkey bracket. Let's be frank.
And it's what's in my glass right now, folks. This is such an amazing rye. Boomski, wild turkey, rare breed rye.
Oh, it's a good one. It's what's in my glass as well.
What's that? One more time. I'm sorry. 112 proof? Yeah. Good luck.
Oh my. But it's going to be matched up against one you really like, T.
Another one that I really enjoy. Wild Turkey 101 rye.
This will be the showdown.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be closer for you guys than it was for me. I already know my winner here. I know what I'm going to taste when we get to that point. I'm going to be like,
we'll see
rare
on the day.
breed.
We'll see on the day. Our palates adapt and change. Don't write this one out.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Blind flights can shock you. Remember what happened with Colonel E.H. Taylor.
My God.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even give Wild Turkey 101 bourbon a fair shot.
So the other bracket is going to be one that I'm also equally looking forward to.
Right here in the Wild Turkey bracket,
we got
Russell's
single barrel, and it's going to be going up against Russell's 6 year. So this is the turkey bracket, folks. This is going to be quite the bracket to watch. I'm looking forward to seeing how this one turns out more than almost any.
You can't talk about the turkey bracket without talking about the other white meat, and let's talk about the chicken bracket.
Yes. Good Lord. Well done.
Thank
You've
you.
been holstering that one for a while?
I have.
All right. Well.
So let's start this one out with a shebang.
All right. And a tag off. All right. Chicken's back. God, this is awesome. All right. So we start off with the chicken bracket, which is some unique finds that Chicken has been able to find in his travels. We start off with an interesting one. Oak and Eden.
Bit of a gimmick.
Rye and spice. I'll be honest. Like, yeah, the stick that they put in there, There, I'll let you.
Interesting.
Yeah, turn around. You can see more of it. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they put a stick of charred oak in there, and they insist that after like 6 to 8 weeks it doesn't do anything, which I don't know. It seems very gimmicky to me, but it is what it is, and we will see how it stacks up in this particular tournament, and it will be going up against a
Gimmick be damned.
yeah, it's going to have a real tough time going up against Rabbit Hole Boxer Grail. Like, I think this one's going to be
my new favorite rock.
Yeah. Chicken loves it. I don't have any objections to it. And then to really kind of round it out, we got another brand that people are really loyal to, and we've got
Not pretty small.
Knob Creek Rye. This is 100 proof, a small batch, and it will be going up against Tony.
One I'm actually looking forward to.
Yes.
Knob
Bam.
Cask.
Knob Cask Strength, barreled in 2010, limited release batch 2. Oh my goodness. I got a funny feeling about this one, Chicken. But
That one's
hey,
gonna do well.
you gotta give regular old Knob its fair shake. You gotta give it its
Knob.
fair day in court.
Now, Knob does a fantastic job, especially with finish. So
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it.
So then, Tony, what's the next bracket here?
Yes.
The loyalty bracket.
The loyalty bracket.
So
Oh boy.
So these are ones with really loyal followings. These are ones that you could even say that there's folks who are fanboys for them. This is
This
great.
one, you grab those two.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
It's all about teamwork, folks.
It's all coming together all around me here at the K.O.E. Nation. We all come together to try and find out this essential data. So, all right, T.
Start with the Sazerac.
All right, you want to
Because
have
you
me?
know it was coming, folks. Sazerac Rye. Oh, baby, I am so
Yes.
excited for this. I've been looking
Another
forward to this one for a while.
Buffalo Trace Rye, basically. Now, I hear this actually has quite a bit of corn in its mash bill. I could be wrong on that, but so that could probably help it considerably. But yes, Buffalo Trace Rye, you know there's some people that they buy every bottle of this they see regardless
They do.
because
Hard to
it's
find
Buffalo
still.
Trace.
They do because it's Buffalo Trace. But you know who else is really loyal to their brand? Heaven Hill folk. And we got a little bit of straight rye whiskey from Heaven Hill in Pikesville.
Yes, the sampler pack comes back to haunt us yet again. The Pikesville Rye.
That's fair.
Um,
That's more than fair.
Yes. So Pikesville will be facing off against Sazerac, and we will see who will finally be able to say, I'm better than you. Na, 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 na. Yes, that's really what it's all about, folks. And so
True.
but now the matchup that will be right next to them, Chicken.
This is a Phil K.O.E. brand that he's a big fan of. What do you got over there?
Whoop. Yes, Woodford Reserve Rye, but not just any Woodford
Not just
Reserve.
any.
This is the Spirit World Store Pick from Omaha. This is the first rye store pick in our state's history.
Oh, wow.
And so that's why,
That's a heavy hit.
yeah, I'm very curious about it because Spirit World, their store picks are typically very spicy, very
Yeah.
full flavored, very like it's going to hit you. So we will see what happens. And Woodford store picks do have kind of a tendency of impressing us.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they've done that before in the past. But
No complaints here.
when
imagine being in the spirit
In the spirit world.
It's right whiskey.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm glad you
We
did.
had to.
Because it was going to be me if you didn't do it.
all righty.
All right.
And then, well,
And
Woodford will be going up against another one with a very loyal following, and this
Oh,
one's pretty
boy.
good.
Good matchup.
there's nothing in this line that I don't like. And folks, I've been sitting on this bottle for a long time. I got this thing at an absolute steal of $10 on clearance.
Bam.
Old Forester rye.
Old
Wow.
Forester 100 proof rye, Kentucky straight rye.
Absolute
And
steal.
$10.
And I have resisted the urge to crack that thing open just for this tournament. So
All right.
there we have it.
So, all right. Interesting. These are the loyalty bottles. And then we've got one more bracket lefty.
Okay.
This one is quite interesting because it's split up into two.
Yes. Now let's start out with the finish. Let's start with the finish.
Okay. Okay.
Let's start with the finish. This is a little bit different, and these are the only two finished in the entire tournament, if I'm not mistaken. This is a bit of an unknown.
Yep. I'm looking forward
We're
to this.
excited. We're fans of sherry casking, and this is right in that wheelhouse.
Minor case straight rye whiskey sherry cask finish.
How will sherry stack up with rye?
Yeah, I'm very curious. I've heard nothing but good about this, but I just kind of we need to know for ourselves. And so we're going to find out here, and it's going to be going up against the
Another
green bottle.
cask finished.
Yes.
This one
Jefferson
intrigues me.
straight
I'm
rye
excited for
whiskey
that.
finished in
Yeah.
a cognac cask. Now, I did hear that there's going to be a store pick of this showing up, and if it gets here in time, we will discuss.
I guess
Which one?
we'll just have to drink that bottle down and use.
And
the
then,
pick.
yeah, I guess we'll just have to drink them both next to each other and see which one's better.
what
We
a
might have to
shame.
review that versus the store
Oh,
pick a couple
yeah.
times.
A
Might
few
have to-
times. Like,
this one might have to
5
work
or
its way
6.
back into the tournament.
we'll find a way, folks. We'll find a way. But yes, so one way or another, Jefferson's rye whiskey, cognac finished, is making its way into this tournament. But, so that's the finish.
Second
bracket.
to last.
Yes, we are at the final 2 bottles.
This is going to be good. That's a good matchup.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one.
Why don't you just go ahead and put that bottle down there on the bar, chicken, because this is one that people on the internet love, and I don't know.
Understand.
Jack
Why?
Daniels single barrel rye whiskey. As a single barrel, will be going up against another single barrel, Tony.
No,
So
folks. This did not do well. This did
Nope.
very, very poorly in our
It did.
blind flight.
Yep.
You folks there out in the internet world, you seem to just love this bottle. It's a pretty bottle.
It was
The
trash.
juice inside.
It's
Ah,
that is single barrel.
Yeah.
Maybe we got it, but hey, it's a single barrel, and so it's fair to
Yes.
put it up against
it's
another.
only fair.
Yes.
This is totally in the interest of fairness, folks. There's no bias here. None.
None.
That's why we're giving it a fair shot, and we're putting it up against potentially one of the greatest ryes in the history of all ryes. Michter's rye.
Michter's, however you say it. Single barrel rye. Now, it's amazing stuff. Now, if you're saying, why didn't you add Michter's double toast super barrel? Feel free to send us a bottle.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But yeah, if there's a
I
bottle
love it.
that you think should be in here, feel free to send it to us. Hey, it's
Or,
totally cool.
or just slide into the DMs if you got a bottle of toasted barrel rye.
So, anyways, folks, all right. So this is the entire.
This is the other half.
Yeah, this is the other half of the 32 rye
Should we
tournament.
just do the Wayne's World and have them all appear? Here we go. All right.
All right.
Here we go.
We're gonna do the Wayne's World. And they're all gonna appear. Whoa! So here they all are, folks. This is the entirety of the 32 rye tournament. My God! So, folks, we are going to decide between all of these ryes in one-on-one matchups which one is the rye of extreme. These are the sacrifices we make for you,
Yeah.
K.O.E. Nation, okay? So we will be able to tell you out of all of these delicious ryes, what's the one you gotta get your hands on. And we are gonna do it together. We're gonna do it here at the K.O.E. Nation. And Chicken, He is going to head back to Iowa with a whole lot of rye in tow, and he's going to be giving us reviews from Iowa of all of these varying whiskeys, and he's also going to be breaking down those brackets. Me and Tony are going to be breaking down some brackets here. It's going to be amazing stuff, folks. And together, and whenever we can get back together, you know we're going to do some rye matches. But, folks, this is the 32 Rye Tournament, and we are going to get there together. Folks, as I'm known to say around here, all that being said, thank you for joining us for this very special bracketing video of the 32 Rye Tournament. We are here. We have gathered. We've got all the whiskeys we need to figure out what is the rye of extreme. I am the devilishly handsome outlaw himself, your king of extreme, the lord of the Scottish Highlands, the prince and potentate of the political parlance, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man that makes the other podcast cower, the lord of big fucking empire. And one damn handsome man, if I do say so myself, signing off, handing it off to my indomitable broadcast partners. Folks, you better make it back here happy, healthy, much the wiser for more of this beautiful K.O.E. content. Tony, Chicken, take it away.
Like, share, subscribe. Tony fucking G. Folks, don't miss this. This is going to be an ongoing saga, and you're going to be right here with us because that's what you need to do.
Tony's
Chicken.
right. Let's make it epic together. Cheers, folks. As always, appreciate you. Love you. Bye.
Here and see if it just smooths itself out.
Tell you what I'll do if I ever get back. I promise to refabricate you raging rivers of gold. That's what the brochure advertised. And now we're lost. We gotta take it down. Let you down slow. It's hard to survive. El Dorado. Oh Lord. Yes, I'm really proud of that particular video, so that's why you're going to see that maybe one or two more times in the next couple live streams. I really like the part, but now I did get a chance to take in Anna's side of the story. Jank, on the front end, I just watched the Young Turk, Anna giving her side. Now, Jank starts off with a lot, like, he's just got that forked tongue, you know what I mean? And he just brought all of it on Jimmy. And now here's the thing. You're not going to hear this often. You are not going to hear this often here on this particular stream. But okay, Jank runs the company. Also, is it pronounced Jank or Sank? Or I've always wondered, but I just go Jank because I've heard enough people in his personal circle pronounce it that way. But okay. Like, really, if you were to go with Anna's interpretation where he made like really sexualized comments about her legs and it was a lot more, which that's pretty bad, or if it's Jimmy's side where he just said, nice new skirt, Jenk would be justified in firing him either way, unfortunately. I mean, we're in, especially in this year of our Lord 2021. So like, yeah, I mean, Jank, son of a bitch, you're learning a lesson I've had to learn too many times. best way to not have friends anymore is to go to work with them. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, if you start hiring your friends, that's a good way to not have them be friends anymore in about 5 years. Ain't that a bitch? So yeah, I gotta say that's no, I'm not trying to hit that. Yeah, that was and thank you, Mayor of Ohio. Mayor of Ohio, God bless. Now, if it was like, now again, I would God, what I wouldn't give for a third party person who was there to give another interpretation, because I'm curious. Because let's be frank, Jimmy is, I don't know if I'd call him a comedian. He's a humorist. He works with humor. And so, guess what? Humorists sometimes try to make crass, coy things because you can sometimes get away with it if it's really funny. But yeah, like Anna, like to me, it's like one should be so lucky that beautiful women are wanting to dress beautifully around you. Like, yeah, why would you want to do anything to make them uncomfortable in any way? I mean, other than like, you look stunning this evening. Like, something like that, like just utterly complimentary, but very broad to the point where it's not so specific that it can draw attention to like, but you're like, you look stunning this evening. Like something like that. Like, that's fine. But so yeah, Jank, I could understand really either way. It like he now, and she didn't say anything about it. Now it's coming up now, after this, the Syria burn, if you will, which, so it's like, boy, like I said, like, so again, regardless of which interpretation of events you want to take, my analysis of stacking resentments does hold here. Personal relationships cannot survive stacking relationships. You're talking to somebody who's been there, and you're talking to somebody who's seen it in the world around me. The minute you start to get those stacking resentments and they start stacking on each other, whether it, pretty much any kind of interpersonal relationship really just can't survive, whether personal or professional. Excuse me. Cheers, folks. So this is a tough one, and so now I can see, really, now that I've seen Anna's perspective. Sorry, needed a hard push there. Didn't want you to really hear the belch of extreme, but but now that I've seen Anna's perspective, it makes Kyle's perspective all the more, because who do you like? Who do you believe? Like, and then, because I mean, let's be frank. I mean, uncharitable interpretations of events are being handed out all around, and so Kyle doesn't. And then the other thing, like, Kyle's calling him out because he was talking about how she was dressed inappropriately, which is like, what? Like I said earlier, one should be so lucky that beautiful women want to dress beautifully around you. I mean, like, that's just those are the things that make life worth living. I mean, what the fuck? So yeah, don't be weird about it. But yeah, so and so we are at this point of the Young Turks, Jimmy Dore, Anna Kasparian, now Kyle Kulinski. He didn't want to be it, but he's drug into it. And yeah, the fact that he didn't let Jimmy know, he should have at least told him, we're not doing that. Now, the funny thing is, they said, we're just not having anybody on. We're not having anybody from either side. Oh, like the Young Turks are just like, oh no, we're not getting on to Kyle's show, or the hell. What will we do? Fuck, that's pretty much, that's that is a sly way of not taking sides while totally sides, because you're like, yeah, Jimmy needs exposure. He does. The Turks don't. They're like, oh no, what will we do if we're not allowed on the hill? Oh, woe is us. I mean, I'm sure Jank is just losing sleep over it as we speak. And so now the Syria thing, the clip from 2013, again, like, it's happened to me, it happened to Jank. You get behind a politician and you're hoping for the best, and history will sometimes make fools of us all. And so he was like, Obama didn't respect the red line. We need to go in there and bomb. He compromised his principles in the name of making his guy look good. And so that's unfortunate. That's going to come back to bite him dozens of times for the rest of his life. Is what it is. So, but again, we're all people. We all grow. But now, granted, I do think this is a rule because I've actually got just a few little gray hairs now in my head after I let my daughter shave my head. If the tone of gray in your hair is completely different from the clip that people are using of you previously, I think it's fair to give some allowance. Like, Jank had like jet black hair without a fucking drop of dye in it. And he's talking about this shit in 2013. Here we are in this year of our Lord 2021. He's got the Mitt Romney gray. I got a little bit of Mitt Romney gray going. It's like, okay, we can let that shit. We can give room for personal growth, but at the same time, it does look bad. It does. There's no ifs, ands, buts, or coconuts about it. Like, that one just looks bad. So that was a little thing my daughter always used to like say. No ifs, ands, buts, or coconuts. Like, so that one's in here forever. But so that's. I think that was the impetus to the cause of all of this, because, now, again, Jimmy, being a humorist, he tried. You're talking to a guy that in my life, when I was like 7 years old, I wanted to be a stand-up comedian. So you can imagine, thank God there's no cell phones back then, because I had tried every joke you could imagine to try and just find that perfect, because to me, stand-up comedy is a lot like professional wrestling in that it just fascinates me that these performers can elicit such an audience reaction from so many people doing so little. And I'll get into that a little later. But yeah, so I've always found the arts fascinating of doing that. But yeah, so Jank, he's in a tough spot. And honestly, if he would have been made aware of it, regardless whether you're taking Jimmy's interpretation or Anna's, he would have been perfectly justified in firing Jimmy. I work with, we've had female employees. I work with women, and you don't say that shit. You don't make people uncomfortable in weird ways. Like, doesn't matter who it is. You just don't there's certain things in polite society you just do not mention when you're trying. And again, my mother was raised very hard on mismanners. So good manners is always very important. My one exception to that is when I'm on panels and interrupting. Okay, that's the one. When I'm on a panel, I will make an exception to my good manners rule, because there's two types of interruption. One is incredibly persuasive, and one is just unbelievably unpersuasive. So it's it's kind of funny. And when I go on panel, I've never dropped the secret to it yet, because it's kind of like poker tells. Once you tell people a poker tell, then you can't really use it, and you don't want people to so it's kind of like the Gracies in their jiu-jitsu. Why am I going to give away such good secrets yet? Now, don't get me wrong, K.O.E. Nation, sometime we're going to do a persuasion 101, an actual, the art, how to actually do persuasion. And that's when I'm going to get into all the deep dive omnibus of all the persuasion techniques. But yeah, there's two types of interruption. One works, one doesn't. I'll leave that up to you to decide. But now, Anna, I find that I don't agree with her more often than not. I've found some times where she's acting rather reprehensibly, and I just find the language that she's one of those fork-tongued sophists of the the Socratic era. The sophists are those who could make the worse seem the better cause through their eloquence. And to me personally, that's the young Turks to a T. But regardless, nonetheless, don't do that. Don't do that. Again, and I'll say it a third time. We should all be so lucky that beautiful women want to dress beautifully around us. If that's the case, God bless it. So yeah, don't make folk uncomfortable. And yeah, we're in this year of our Lord 2021. Yeah, now don't get me wrong. How you dress is important. I make the case that you present yourself every day. You sell yourself every day. That's why I'm in my mill today, so I'm just rocking a t-shirt. But normally, that's why you see me in a suit coat and a pocket square when I am broadcasting, because yes, how you present yourself is actually very important. That's why I call myself the master of sartorial resplendency. Like even now, just rocking basic t-shirt. This one's actually a farm shirt because I was out farming today, so I didn't, there's some old oil stains on it. What are you gonna do? But hey, I'm also a working man. Like, to me, I can't understand these people who stream professionally. Like, I wanted to go onto everybody who was streaming yesterday at 4th of July at 9 o'clock, and I wanted to go outside. But I thought that might be mean, so I didn't. But then now we're getting back to Kyle here. And now Jimmy's been using some pretty fucking intense language. He says, Kyle has sinned against me, which that's pretty fucking harsh indictment of someone that's your friend. You're saying they have sinned against you. They have committed a sin against you by omitting something and taking the side of the blackmailers. Because let's be frank, like Jimmy in his, like, yes, if you were to, okay, like if you're going to put yourself in everybody's shoes and perspectives, I'm not saying this is mind reading, but it's also a helpful exercise in empathy. If you can imagine yourself in the perspective and in the shoes of everybody involved. So the players are Cenk Uygur, Anna Kasparian, Jimmy Dore, and a very reluctant Kyle Kulinski now. And he's like, motherfucker, why am I here? And so, yes, Cenk, like I've gone over him, like, yeah, he would have been justified. Anna, you got to understand, like, she's like, all right, this motherfucker who did all this shit all that time ago is now going to drop this shit on me, motherfucker? Like, so at that point, she's like, all right, let's do this shit. And so she's coming loaded for bear. And then, she's ready for the whole 9 yards. And then you got Jimmy, who's now feeling attacked. It's like, I just made a joke. I'm a humorist. I make jokes. What's the big deal? And so now it's, it's the old song, battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Yeah, I mean, that's where we're sitting now. Kyle, whether he likes it or not, he's in it now. Because when he started saying like, oh, I think you were slut shaming her when you said she dressed inappropriately. And now like, oh God, like you could have stayed out of it until you made a value judgment. And now like, oh fuck, now you're in it. You made a value judgment in this. So now, because Kyle was trying so hard when I'm a poker player, and you sit around the table with usually generally the same cast of characters. Some of the names change, but the main characters generally stay the same. And so there was a breakup happening on one of the folks who's playing poker, and they were there to just take their mind off it that night. And so he's breaking up with his girl, and his woman, she's going off who knows what. And one of the other players happens to be in close proximity to that. So it's like, so what's going on there, man? So can you tell me what's going on there? And I love his phrase to this. He looks at him and goes, my name's Bennett and I'm not in it. His real name wasn't Bennett, but he was saying, fuck you. I'm not in your relationship breakup bullshit. You all can have your own fucking fun with that. And that's what Kyle tried to do until he made a value judgment. Even if you agree with it, even if I agree with it, which, yeah, I'd say I largely do agree with that value judgment. Like largely, yes. But even then, the minute you make a value judgment on a friend's dispute, you're in it now. And so now, this is where we find ourselves, folks. Kyle Kulinski is in this fucking bullshit. And I love the fact, like, I was watching his videos, and I never wanted to make this fucking video. And yep, here you are, though. Unfortunately, your name ain't Bennett, because now you're in it. So, but yeah, that's just a great phrase. Feel free to steal that one when somebody wants you to jump into their relationship breakup drama bullshit. You go, my name's Bennett and I'm not in it. Fuck you. Like, no, that's your thing, man. I don't know what to tell you. And yeah, it's just the best way to take that. Like, because breakups are gonna happen in your life, folks. I found that especially like on Twitch, I'm a little older than most. I love it too. I like, no children, I am the wise elder of Twitch, and let me tell you the ways of the world. Because everywhere else I'm considered really young, because in farming I'm incredibly young. Most farmers are in their 50s, 60s, and 70s. Excusez-moi. But yeah, so that's it's kind of fun to say. But yeah, you're gonna have breakups and you're gonna have relationships just fall the fuck apart. Like the young Turks are they're having themselves a civil war, and I don't know what the end is going to be for it. It's like it's so unfortunate because, like, yeah, I can understand why Jimmy would feel like he's being, if you're gonna step into his, step into his skin and empathize. Like, okay, I can understand, like, oh, they're bringing the Me Too down on me, and like, lefties, you had to know that these eventually it was gonna get turned around on the left again on itself too. Now, again, it is what it is, but. Oh Lord. So Jimmy got worried, and so he tried to get out ahead of it. And to me, like, even if I take him at his word for his interpretation, like I said, it's like just last night when I was leaving for the child, like, well, ladies and gents, I'm off to go chase some skirt. Have yourself a good one. So yeah, I can understand how skirt can be seen as sexualized because, well, that's how I use it. So this is just to quote the great Paul Mooney, it is a modern day Othello. It is a tragedy no matter which way you want to look at it. It's just but you know, the left is now turning on each other, using all of the weapons that the left has devised over the last few years, and here we are now, folks. We've got Cenk Uygur and Anna Kasparian in one corner. We've got Jimmy Dore in another corner, and then Kyle Kulinski thrown into the UFC cage. Like, why the fuck am I in here? No! And you got your Camp Extreme Phil K.O.E. to serve as ref for it all. It was quite the sight to see. My word, my word. There we are. But yeah, so it's been quite a time over at the leftist side of YouTube, and yeah, and apparently Sam Cedar was trying to get in, like, you know, like I just saw him drop a video like, hey, I got something to say about this too. Like, Sam, knock it off. You were last week's news. Nice try. So Sam's not really a serious newscaster anymore. He's just chasing the dragon, trying to get that higher and higher view now. So expect a lot more performative stuff out of Cedar. But yeah, he was trying to yeah, he was trying to get in like, hey, what about me? Hey guys. But yeah, Sam, he just dropped one today, and everybody's getting in on this drama because everybody loves YouTube drama. I don't know why, but we just do. Admit it, you love it. I love it. We all love it. Like, hell, we're here, aren't we? We're discussing the YouTube drama of our fucking day, and it's the Young Turks and Anna Kasparian and Jimmy Dore. What? You mean those two didn't get along? Get the fuck out. I don't believe you. They had just such, like, their chemistry on camera was just like oil and water. I mean, like, what do you mean? Waka waka. But yeah, that was, oh, yeah, I like it. I like it. We're doing this. So if you got any questions, folks, be sure to bring it on in. And yeah, we've had two Thanes knighted this evening for an entire week, not just a night, an entire week. We've had Justin Moats and Mayor of Ohio knighted as full honored Thanes. And so it's been quite an evening of knighting and all of you beautiful people. And I've got just something I want to show you. This is over at the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast. This was a poker night with me, Tony, and Chicken. And it was just a very good time. And this is to be a preview of what's going to drop this Thursday at Big Buckin' Empire, the dog and chicken show. Definitely check it out.
It's a big show.
Well, get ready
For something that you never know.
You won't
We'll see it coming, but I promise you'll know. It's a big show.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Oh,
Is that what we're doing? We're just going to sing pro wrestling
No, that's
theme
not.
song?
no.
That's not what
No.
we're gonna do at all.
Why? Why?
But
I
since
think
we're,
that's
awful.
good.
since we're all here and together, guys, I think this would be a good time to ask. Let's just be on record here at the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast. Top three. Which companies do you think is going to buy WWE? Your 3-point pick, your 2-point pick, and your 1-point pick. And anywhere from 6 to 18 months, we'll check back here and see who's right, folks. So I think I'll go first. My big three for who's going to buy WWE. Number 1, Disney. Number 2, NBC. And number 3, you heard it here, Universal Studios.
When they sell, as they sell. Who are the biggest suckers on the planet going to be? That's the question.
That's kind of the question. Who's going to be willing to kick up the billions? I think
True.
Disney is number 1.
Disney's
Ten
dumb
man
enough,
true.
too.
Phil
They
K.O.E.
will,
Tony
like,
G 2024.
Everybody bitches
It's a
today.
very
but, like,
Nebraska heavy
Oh, they
ticket.
ruined the brand.
I'll give you that. It's very
WWE's not what
Nebraska
it
heavy.
used to be.
yeah,
But maybe.
Disney. Wait till fucking Disney gets a hold of that.
So,
Darth Vader is WWE champion, main eventing WrestleMania.
Oh my god, it's a moneymaker.
The cast of Descendants invading Monday Night Raw.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, no.
Yep, you heard it here first.
Alexa Bliss will be Snow White.
okay. Actually, no.
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 She would be Elsa. Come on.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
So, yes. All right. So, is there anybody else that you could think that would be a contender other than this list of extreme?
The top three, it's going to be, regardless of what's happened here in the last year, doesn't matter. Number one is always going to be Disney until it's not Disney. That's foregone conclusion. It does not matter. It doesn't matter who's in control of the streaming services, which is NBC and Peacock. That doesn't matter. If a sale ever does happen, Disney is going to be the first and foremost front runner to acquire that because they have to be. What professional wrestling is today does not matter. It's the brand, and Disney loves buying them some brands. And
Yes. Disney does love acquiring just anything. And
any
that's why,
brand they can do. Let me put it to you this way. I'm laying in bed last night, and I finished up watching something on Stars. I finished watching a series that I liked a lot when it aired, Rescue Me, on FX. For about probably the second or third time I've watched the entire series. Loved it.
Oh, we doing this Dennis Leary thing.
No. Shut up. Don't get us. Don't even bother starting us down that fucking road again. Again,
Dennis Leary's
let
a
me
really
just
good
say, I
performer
had
when
the
he does
Stars
Bill Hicks
package
stuff.
on my Amazon Prime specifically just to watch this series.
I don't
like
care.
it so much.
Fight me.
I finished
Dennis
that
Leary
up, and I'm like,
ripped off
okay,
Bill Hicks.
now I can get back into the other stuff that I've been lacking on, which
Fair
was
enough.
I finished up WandaVision on Disney Plus.
That was good, right?
Loved it. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to like it. I really didn't think I was going to like it. I loved it. I thought it was great. By the end of it, I'm like, oh my God, I want to see more. I want to see a season 2. Obviously, they're probably not going to do that. Doesn't matter. Loved it. Thought it was great. Everything that Disney Plus has done in terms of series, Mandalorian, both seasons, I've loved those. So I'm like, I'm going to get back into the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I watched an episode and a half. I trailed off. I didn't get to finish it. I came back. I'm almost done with it now. And that is just fantastic. And it's a testament to looking at what Disney is as a whole. You think about Disney, you're thinking about Pixar, you're thinking about kids movies, you're thinking about animation, you're thinking about computer fun, family-friendly films. But if you watch The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they're dropping the word shit and bullshit left and right in this thing.
Lazy writing.
It doesn't matter.
Easy booking.
Doesn't matter. But they're still doing it. And I'm like, you almost forget that you're watching a Disney streaming service while you're watching it, because the violence factor in this specific series is so high that it actually surprised me. I'm like, I remember halfway through, I'm like, I'm still watching this on a Disney streaming service, and they're dropping the word bullshit and shit, and this guy just got stabbed. This guy just got stabbed, and this guy just got shot in the head, and this guy just got murdered, and I'm like, this is still a Disney streaming service. So it's not like they're afraid to go after the money. They're not afraid to acquire the brand that's going to make them the most money. So again, yes, the top is always going to be Disney. They are always going to be looking to buy WWE. Doesn't matter what they've done in the past. Doesn't what they've done in the present. Doesn't mean what they will do in the future. Disney is absolutely, because if you can imagine the WWE network on Disney Plus streaming, yeah, that's a monster. That is an absolute monster. And then, yes, of course, second place will be NBC and Peacock, and third place will be Fox, ESPN, whatever the fucking... It doesn't matter, because none of them are actually in contention. Does not matter.
Yeah,
the also-rans.
Yeah, the Dynasty television franchises, I don't know if those are going to be the ones that can really mount the money to do it.
Yeah.
I think it's got to be somebody that's really into the streaming, and I think what
Disney's
you're going to
killing it.
Well, the reason I think it'd be Disney is because WWE's on Peacock, and so this would be a way for Disney to advertise their content on NBC's brand.
Right, but you got to consider the fact that, what is it? NBC owns USA, correct?
I
So
believe so.
NBC owns USA. That's always been a bit of a contention since WWE debuted on Fox, right? That's been, we're going on, 2 years now? That's been a bit of a contention piece. So WWE hasn't hitched their horse to one buggy. They've branched out a bit. They're feeling the waters out, and they're at least considering their options. And they're, in terms of business partners, they're floating things out there. The potential businesses with New Japan, they're making it appealing to purchase that brand. And we've discussed this before. They're not closing any doors. They're leaving everything open. They're trimming the fat, and they did it again today. They released many other people today.
Fandango.
This is about and Tyler Breeze and many others.
Police.
Yes. They're trimming the fat. They're making the sale appealing.
Brutal.
And it's probably going to be NBC or Disney.
Okay, so what's going on with Aleister Black while we're talking about releases? Because there's a lot of shit.
AEW. It's going to be AEW.
That'd be great.
Think so?
I don't think
90%.
I don't think he wants to go back.
He should not.
They're begging for him to come back.
He shouldn't.
They screwed up. They want him back. They get the sorry ex-girlfriend thing going on. Aleister, I'm so sorry.
He was a pet project of Paul Heyman when he was in creative control on Monday Night Raw. And when they removed Paul for whatever fucking reason from creative control, that fell by the wayside. His push
Vince
died.
needed a sacrificial lamb to say, "Look, see what I did."
Yeah, because putting Bruce in
USA, I fired somebody, so that happens all the time.
Putting Bruce in charge was such a good fucking move.
I think I pretty much list them. Is there any other contenders you can think of that you would want to add to this list? No. Disney,
NBC, Fox, ESPN.
I'm throwing Universal Studios in as kind of because you could see that
WWE's a ride, just like the Jaws ride.
Uh-oh. Tony's phone of knowledge is coming out.
This right now. Universal Studios is owned by whom?
Oh, it's probably gonna say Disney. No, it's not Disney, but it'll say like NBC or something. This is gonna be funny.
Let's just verify this now. Universal Pictures, legally Universal City Studios LLC, also known as Universal Studios, formerly named Universal Film Manufacturing Company and Universal International Pictures Inc., is an American film production and distribution company owned by Comcast through NBC Universal. So there you go.
NBC.
So NBC gets. So basically, what
It's
I
Disney
said
and
was,
NBC.
I said Disney, NBC, and NBC. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
God. So yes,
It's
and
NBC trying
did-
twice.
God, if NBC
but
did
Disney.
buy it, then it would be WWE WrestleMania: The Ride at Universal
Oh my
Studios.
God.
Oh God! Oh,
Well, it's
God.
not like we haven't seen that in the last couple years. Like
and
we
that's like Vince's biggest dream come true. But
we've been sitting here staring this in the face, and we watched this thing the entire year, the calendar year of 2020. We watched this start at the crowdless WrestleMania when we started doing the cinematic matches. The first night it was fine. It was AJ Styles and The Undertaker. We're like, oh my God, you know what? This is fine. We can deal with this. The next night it got a little bit wacky with Bray Wyatt and John Cena. You're like, holy shit, this is like an episode of The Twilight Zone, just not in black and white.
Right.
From there, everybody ran with it. WWE especially, AEW tried it. Every other company tried it. We got multiple cinematic matches, and we expected, well, this is pretty much just what wrestling is now, and it sucks. Like, if you water down the product to the point where this isn't special, and it wasn't after 2 months in, it didn't matter. Hell, 2 nights in, it didn't matter anymore. This wasn't special. It didn't matter, and it sucked. Here we are in 2021. We don't have to do cinematic matches, and thank God we haven't been doing them. But if NBC and Disney are the front runners to purchase this company, you know goddamn well that is going to be the format moving forward.
You don't trust the creative
No.
control.
Fuck no.
yeah,
No,
that's-
not at all.
no.
Not at all.
Zombies, cinematic matches, the Fiend not being pushed.
Hey, I will be the first in line for Alexa Bliss's big fucking movie premiere. I'll be there. I'll be at the theater with bells in tow because I'm a big fan of hers. As
She
a
could be
wrestler,
the first female Beetlejuice.
yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great.
It's kinda
If
what
we
they
just
tried.
call a spade and we watch person be an actor or an actress in a movie.
So, all right, folks.
If that happens, you guys got to owe me something. Like, if that's a
No,
thing,
that's a guarantee. It's going to
I think
happen.
so.
This is it. Like, Vince McMahon threw his hat in
I'm
the
like
ring.
I'm like the Ian Cross of
Right.
Revolutionary Wrestling podcast. Like, I just come up with
Oh, no.
weird, crazy shit to say in the,
the
middle
whole thing about Vince McMahon said this in what, 1998, was it not? Correct me if I'm wrong, Phil. In 1998, did Vince McMahon not say in the documentary Beyond the Mat, we're not really in the wrestling business, we're in the movie making business. We
What-
make movies.
He said what he
Entertainment,
actually,
yeah.
his exact words were, once you get past all the stuff that we do in the ring and get down to what it is that we really do and realize let's make movies.
Exactly.
And so
And Vince has thought that
3
way.
hours of live content every week. And so it's a unique
3,
well, it was at the time.
5,
Uh,
at least 7 now.
But yeah, at the time it was about 3 hours a week content.
Yep.
So
7 now.
yeah.
This is a common thing even with podcasters, especially when your big name podcasters like hit their peak. All of a sudden, they're not getting that high rush. It's the chasing the dragon type thing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're like, oh no, I lost my peak.
Yep.
So what you find them doing is adding more content, but
Yeah.
usually that content is less valuable, and so it doesn't.
100%.
It's like this weird like stranglehold you try to keep on your audience, even though they're all like, "Let me alone." It's like a
No,
great-
that's 100% right.
yeah, it's a girlfriend trying to get away from you, and you're like, "No, come back, come back, come
Right.
back." It's so
Yeah.
weird. It's,
No, that's-
it's creepy. It's really
That's
creepy
spot
when
on.
You put her. Sorry, in
That's
those
spot
terms.
on.
No, it's yeah.
It's
And
poetry, bitches.
It's spot on.
God. And so, folks, that is the world that we currently call wrestling in this year of our Lord 2021. And it's with a heavy heart that I have to say, all that being being said, thank you for joining us for this impromptu roundtable discussion. So we're all pretty much agreed it's Disney or NBC or bust at this point for WWE. Folks, thank you for joining us. I am Phil K.O.E. of the K.O.E. Nation, and you can find all of us right here at Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast. Chicken, Tony, any last things you'd like to say to the people?
As always, appreciate y'all. Love you.
Can't wait to see the box office numbers. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so much fun watching WrestleMania on Disney Plus.
Oh boy. Hey, KOE Nation, YouTube and Twitch, Big Buck and Empire, YouTube and Facebook, Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast, YouTube and Spotify. Catch you on the flip side.
Good night. Two here and see if it just smooths
Never
itself out.
get back. Tell you
What I'll do. Duet. If I ever get back, I promise to refabricate you. Get a duet. Raging rivers of gold. That's what the brochure advertised. And now we're lost. We gotta take it down. Let you down slow. It's hard to survive. Yep, you got a duet. Yes.
Eldorado. Oh Lord.
Yep. I really like that outro. I really like that one. So yes, folks, that's just a little preview of what's gonna hit at the Dog and Chicken Show, Big Buckin' Empire on YouTube and Facebook, Big Buckin' Entertainment on Twitch. That's what's gonna drop. Just a little preview. Chicken came over, Tony came over to Castle KOE, and we played a lot of poker, had a really good time, and we talked politics, we talked the issues of our day, we talked all this kind of stuff over a game of poker. So it's going to be a little bit of a unique viewing experience. It's all three of us, as I like to refer to us, the three stooges of podcasting, Phil KOE, Tony G, and Chicken. But yes, it will be this Thursday, Big Buckin' Empire, where on Facebook, on YouTube. Check them out, folks. You know, it's the right thing to do. Good salt of the earth folk over there. And yeah, we've also got a pretty fascinating series that once it's completed, I'm going to do just marathon episode here on KOE Nation, where we're doing historical voting, and we're talking about how we would have voted in every presidential election in history, starting at George Washington until we're going to cut off at the year 2000. That's going to be because that was before any of us were eligible to vote. My first election was 2004. And so I think just cut off, because then after that, the episode is just, how did you vote? And that's a different ball of wax entirely. But how we would have voted. And shockingly enough, like, I found myself to be a very staunch supporter of John Adams. When I did my research and did my and also assuming the fact that we were all probably people who were in the Revolutionary War to some extent, and because we had to imagine ourselves in that time. And we also made the rule of you can say you are from your home state from the year your state becomes a state on. So for me in Nebraska, it'd be right after the Civil War. Then from that point on, I can say, well, as a Nebraska farmer, because so for now, like Chicken is a dock worker in New York. I'm a farmer in Connecticut. Tony is a mill worker in Virginia, because those are as close parallels to our current professions and our current lives as we could really find. And so I found myself shockingly being a very staunch supporter of John Adams out of a sense of loyalty to General Washington. And I wouldn't have even now we'll get into that deeper, and we cover the first 7 elections in the first episode. And then I think we're going to cover a good span of American history in this next episode. And then we're going to really deep dive omnibus into some really important elections, like Abraham Lincoln's re-election campaign. That's going to be one we dive deep into. That might be a whole episode, just Abraham Lincoln's re-election, just that, because it's one of the most important. And so we'll consider some other very important ones we might do, like JFK versus Nixon as a whole episode. I don't know. We'll see how it kind of flows. It's kind of one of those like when you got a musician, they got a cigarette in their mouth. I'll do it on the night, but yeah, we'll see how that one flows. I'm really interested in that, and we're gonna do a marathon of that here at the K.O.E Nation once that subsides. And also, the next time I come on live, it might be tomorrow, it might be Wednesday, it might be Friday. It won't be Thursday because that's Thirsty Thursday on Dog and Chicken Show for Big Buck and Empire. But I've decided, and the next time I go live, I wanted to go live here tonight to do this episode with all of you beautiful people, just to kind of get together. But the next time I go live, folks, get yourself a drink, get yourself a snack, because this one's going to be a big one. We're doing a deep dive omnibus into 3 very big events in American history. It's going to be in one night, a deep dive omnibus, and we're going to get into it, folks. And it will be the 3 very, what I call patient zero of modern American conspiracy theory thought, and that's Ruby Ridge, Waco, Oklahoma City will all get covered in one night here at K.O.E Nation, and it will be done with very special guests, Tony G and Chicken of the Dog and Chicken Show, Big Buck and Empire on YouTube and Facebook, and also Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast. And it's going to be trust me, we went fucking balls deep on this, and we found all all 3 of us did different research and came back to it, and we were doing, and just whoa, wait, you mean that guy was there to help do, no way. And yeah, so it's quite a, you can kind of see me having some facts dropped on me that I'd never known. And yeah, I got to give Tony and Chicken some real credit here. They did some amazing research into this, and so I'm probably going to do it tomorrow night because I've really been looking forward to doing this. But yeah, like I said, get yourself a drink and a snack. It's going to be a long one. But now, getting back to the topic at hand. So we've got Sam Cedar that was trying to jump in on the young Turk, Kasparian, Dore, Kulinski problem. The young Dore secular problem. The secular young Dore problem. I like that. I like that. The secular young Dore problem. That just has a great ring to it, doesn't it? I think that's what we're going to call it. The secular young Dore's leftist civil war. We got it, folks. We got it. The secular young Dore's civil war. Holy shit. We fucking made it. We have arrived. And I still haven't even finished off my 50 milliliter of Belveni, which is actually, this is one of Tony's favorites. The Belveni. Now, don't tell him he's not watching right now. I know he's not. He's got 4 kids. There's 0% chance he's watching this. The Belveni distillery recently discontinued their 17-year double wood. That's one of Tony's favorite single malt scotches of all time. And me and Chicken threw down and got him one before it went away. So, but yeah, 0% chance he's watching right now. Don't worry. But I mean, he's got 4 kids. I shit you not. So yeah, you ain't got to worry about that. But yeah, so folks, that was just an interesting little deep dive into what we've got coming. And I think because, it's my show. There's one other that I did the other day that I'm actually really happy about. Like I said, Tony's one of my best friends in this life. He's been there. He's pretty much my best friend in this life. He's been there for me through thick, thin, thinner, and thinnest. And we had his birthday the other day. And so I got him a little something for his birthday. This is also going to be a little preview of this Thursday Big Buck and Empire Dog and Chicken show, folks. All right, so Tony, Big Chicken, we got something for you. You got a day coming up, my man. And so we know that you're a bit of a fan of something, and this is going to drop on the day. So me and Chicken just wanted to say happy birthday,
Oh, God. Oh. Well, now I'm going to have to kiss you both.
No, you really don't have to. That's really not necessary. You don't
But
have
if you want to, you can.
Yeah, I'm going to.
It's Powers.
Oh, my God.
Single pot still Irish whiskey, free swallow.
Oh, my
Triple
God.
distilled. Guaranteed only.
Oh, you sons
Pot
of
still.
bitches.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay.
So no, you don't. No. Oh, okay.
Phil gets all the
Ah.
Come here,
Ah, why am I still in on this? No.
Damn Where'd you find that?
Places and stuff.
Seriously,
Yeah. So
where the fuck did you find that?
just in my varying hunts for bottles and things, I find
No
things
shit.
and stuff and things and stuff. So let's
There's-
take a quick.
Yeah, let's take a
look
gander.
here.
Oh, that's
God
a nice
damn.
bottle. I like
Yeah.
that.
So
Oh,
Powers.
son of a.
Three Swallows release proudly pays homage
All the
to the Powers family coachmen and their stable of horses to keep warm in the harsh Irish winters. The three coachmen would each take a sip from their hip flask. Three Swallows, one quality story. So there you go, my man. You're a bit of a fan of a single pot still
I am.
Irish and things from what do you know, Middleton Distillery.
yeah, that's the
What?
thing. Yeah, Middleton's. Goddamn.
There you go, man. Happy birthday, my man.
Thank you very
And
much.
so-
My God,
There you go, all you beautiful
that's
people.
a
Happy
beautiful
birthday, T.
fucking bottle. Thank you guys. Jesus.
Everybody, raise a glass.
Yeah,
Yep,
my
Happy
God.
birthday, Tony.
yep.
Indeed.
There we
Jesus.
go. Happy birthday, T.
Thank you, gents. My God, I don't know where you found this because I've actually looked, and you can't even find the.
It's actually one of Tony's favorite bottle shops.
even
They
find
only
the
had
regular
two, though.
gold
Can't
label
even
around.
Find somebody who does 3 swallows.
Well, that's. You can find somebody who does at least one. Marry him. But I digress. No, this is the one that specifically all the people online, the people that are big fans of Powers or Middleton, they say this is the Powers to get a hold of. This is the 3 Swallows. I don't know why. Obviously, the single pot, and this is guaranteed only pot still, which amazing stuff. So yes, this will be marvelous. We should probably try that.
Yeah,
We should probably
We might.
we should
might
probably
have-
try
might,
that.
We might, but
That's one thing we haven't tried tonight was Irish whiskey.
well,
I'm just saying.
wow, we missed one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, sorry. Like,
We missed more than one.
True. Oh
Okay,
my
if
God.
we're gonna hit everything, let's
Oh.
fucking go, bitches.
Oh,
I think I might have like a Japanese
My
corn
God.
whiskey we haven't gotten into tonight.
Well,
God damn it.
you've got like the only 2 good ones.
yeah, true.
Oh my God. Thank you, gents. That's beautiful.
Well,
my God.
So, all right.
All right.
Tony's just like, oh, that's too
Now I'm just going to stare at that and try not to think about it. All right.
Just smooths itself out.
Tell you what I'll do if I ever get back. I promise to refabricate you, raging rivers of gold. That's what the brochure advertised. And now we're lost. We gotta take it down.
Let you down slow. It's hard to survive. Lord. El Dorado. El Dorado. Yes. But yeah, so it was Tony's birthday just the other day, so I had to play that one again. I had a really good time. And his Chicken's birthday was just before. I wasn't able to film it. Tony and Chicken just met up briefly, like 2 or 3 days before their I got something dry on my eye. But Tony and Chicken met up just briefly, like 2-3 days before. And I made sure that Tony gave Chicken a bottle of, what was it? Oh, yes. Actually, I got a bottle right here. It was Loop River, Nebraska straight bourbon whiskey. He lives in Iowa now, but he's Nebraska born, bred, raised. And so I sent him a piece of Nebraska back with him. Loop River straight bourbon whiskey. Really good stuff, actually. I can't recommend it highly enough. Fucks. Nice. No, meant to say folks, but yeah, we're getting to that time, aren't we, folks? So, I think my concluding thoughts here on the Jimmy Dore and Experian drama civil war, which I did not start that. Kyle Kulinski in a video he just dropped today called it a war. So I'm not the one who started it. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I'll claim it. Like, if it'll send people to K.O.E Nation on YouTube and Twitch, I mean, of course, yes. I mean, but yes, folks, my concluding final thoughts is really just, I think there's been a failure to communicate just a little bit, and it's now turned into a personal vendetta. And I don't know how you get out of that at that point. I think the interpersonal relationship, the friendship that there was between Jimmy and that's done. That's gone now. There's no real recovery for that. I think Kyle's doing the best he can to try and hold on to whatever friendships he can, and unfortunately, if you try to, we all find this life, if you straddle a fence too long, you end up getting impaled on it. And unfortunately, he's getting impaled on straddling that fence. So yeah, you just and so to me, it's like I've got very few actual factual, real friends that I do just about anything for, but it's like that Doc Holliday. It's like, well, Tony G is my friend. Hell, Doc, I got a lot of friends. I don't. If you've ever seen the movie Tombstone, where Doc Holliday, it's like, Doc, you should be in a bed. Why are you out here doing this? Wyatt Earp is my friend. Hell, Doc, I got a lot of friends. I don't. I just love that. Because very few are actually true and blue throughout this life. And so, to me, I always show a little bit of loyalty to that. But now there's let's see, folks, there's all this beautiful content that I want to share with you. I mean, there's so much content, so little time. But I'm thinking I'm going to end it off today with a poem, actually. I'm going to give Phil K.O.E the last word here today on the K.O.E Nation with a poem. But before I get into that, folks, yes, this has been quite the stream of extreme, talking about the Young Turks and their civil war and all of the drama therein. Who do you side with? Let me know in the comments. If you got any questions, you better get them in, folks, before I'm gone, and your life will be tumult and chaos before I come back. Oh, fuck, Swamp Fox, how we doing, mofo? Oh, Lord, I was about to say, your life was going to be tumult and chaos. How we doing this evening, Swamp Fox? Yeah, we were just discussing the ridiculousness and the lefty civil war and the never-ending drama that is and is contained therein. But God bless Swamp Fox. I couldn't sleep, walked out for a smoke, then gonna try and sleep again. Well, oh, you got me for like 10. Well, that's good, because I'm only gonna be on for about another 10 minutes. So this is fucking well, unless I get like a giant room raid, then I'll probably hang around. Hey, Girly Bear, how you doing? How you been? How you been? God bless, Girly Bear. But yeah, it's fated then. The fates have decided. Yeah, I've got about a 5 more minute wrap up I was going to get into, and then there's a poem that I was going to drop. That's a 3-minute poem, and then that was going to be the end of the stream of extreme for tonight. But yes, folks, this Young Turks issue. Now, don't get me wrong. Me as a righty, oh, the leftists are infighting. No! Please, anything but that. No! Just shame be the thought. Phooey be that. But yeah, I've given you my deep dive analysis as to what I think is going to be going forward. Obviously, they're done as friends, but yes, but now granted, there's been some times where the Young Turks have been pretty, let's say less than charitable. Yeah, it's been a very so it's have you ever been like, God damn it, it's so hard to sympathize, but you do have to look at the facts as they are. Good, not a raid, I'll hang with you. Well, thank you, Girly Bear, thank you. And God bless, by the way, Girly Bear. How you been? It's been a long time, but yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate though, and so they're going to lose in midterms big time due to the way they're acting now. Sore winners alienating themselves from moderates. Yep. It's why I keep telling Democrats, like, depending on what month it is, I haven't done the math lately, but let's see. It's all right. We're in July to August, September, September to October to November, and then tack on another 12. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So you could say Democrats tick tock goes the clock. You have 16 months left until you lose the midterms, and you lose the House definitely, and maybe the Senate. And then Biden's going to be up shit creek without a paddle. So tick tock goes the clock. You have so much time left to enact what you want, and everything has an opportunity. Everything has an opportunity cost. If you want to enact more higher taxes or go for more gun control, well, now you don't have enough time to go after health care, do anything for the environment. Everything is going to have an opportunity cost over the next few months for the Democrats. And yeah, because I think the flipping of the House is pretty much faded. That's the reason why Nancy Pelosi's just kind of jettisoning it out. She's leaving at the end of this term because she knows, just like Paul Ryan did when he did the I'm leaving at the end of this term, I'm going to lose my speakership and I don't want to hang around anymore after that. So that's what Nancy's going to be doing. She knows how that's going to flip. Now the Senate, that's a coin flip as it stands right now. Like, if anybody says, I know goddamn for sure what's going to happen in the Senate, that's somebody that's shown they don't know shit from apple butter. So we will see. Girly Bear, her term is up in 2022. The midterms, congressmen are up for election a lot. So yeah, she at the end of 2022, she's done. And she knows why, and that's what they generally do. It'd be nice to not see Pelosi more. Like, now this is a thought. I'm 35. Pelosi, Mitch McConnell, Charles Schumer, Biden, Trump. In 15 years, none of those people are going to be in power one way or another. Even if any of them are alive, they will not be in power. So in 15 years, our American politics is going to look vastly different. So it's going to be a very interesting world to watch here, folks. And so, yeah, then the millennials are going to start to take power. Then after that, I'm in that generation. It's like, oh, goody. This will be fun. Fuck. So, folks, as I'm known to say around, you bought your ammo? Well, good for you. God bless. We'll be okay. Waka waka. As I'm known to say around here, all that being said, thank you for joining me this evening for this very special deep dive omnibus into the Young Turks versus Jimmy Dore versus Kyle Kulinski leftist civil war, or as we have called it, the secular Young Dore War. It's here, folks. We have been quite the yes. Number one, yes, absolutely. Thank you, Swamp Fox, for being here. God bless you, Girly Bear. Thank you for being here. Everybody that's made it tonight, all of you amazing fans, all you amazing people, God bless. I hope to see every last one of you back here, happy, healthy, much the wiser. Be sure to check in, if not tomorrow, Friday night, for the deep dive omnibus into Ruby Ridge, Waco, and Oklahoma City. Get yourself a drink and a snack for that one, folks, because it's going to be a deep dive, and we're going to do it together, and we're going to have special guest Dog and Chicken. It's going to be an amazing time, folks. God bless every last one of you. You better make, like I said, make it back here happy, healthy, much the wiser. Raise a glass to yourselves. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. LOL, I've been covering at ATF on my stream too. Great minds think alike. Oh, yes, of course. Good night. God bless all of you. And I'm going to leave you off this evening with a poem this evening, of all things. It's going to be one of my poems that I do a weekly poetry reading. If you got a poem you'd like me to read your poem, let me know, and I would be more than happy to read it. But this is Uncle Handsome's Redneck Poetry, The Road Less Graveled. God bless. Good night, all you beautiful people. How we doing, folks? Another poem of the week. Another one from Uncle Handsome, The Road Less Graveled, Redneck Poetry. Just great stuff. And this one is titled The Road Less Graveled Poem. So here we go. Two old roads split off in the woods, and I took the road less graveled. And my truck got stuck out there in the muck, and my wife kind of came unraveled. But then she got to looking at some of the wildflowers growing by the side of the road, and she mellered out and apologized to me for acting like such a toad. And I managed to get the truck going again, and we drove through the hills and the hollers. I wouldn't take the memories we had for a bushel full of greenback dollars. We got lost twice on that ruddy old road, but we didn't really much care. We even stopped for a while to take a little nap and got awakened by a big black bear. That bear started sticking his nose through the window, thinking we might have some food. Eunice came sliding way across the seat. It put her in a real foul mood. So we headed home just as fast as we could. But all of the roads that we've traveled, there hasn't been one where we made more memories than we did on the road less graveled. So, folks, that was the poem of the week, Uncle Handsome's Redneck Poetry, The Road Less Graveled. If you got a poem you'd like me to read, or if you'd like me to read your poem, just let me know in the comments. Just get a hold of us, get a hold of me in any way you can, and I'd be more than happy to read your poems. But yes, folks, this was The Road Less Graveled.